Hey, hello guys, hello everyone. Good evening, good evening. So, hello Hiral, Saurabh, Ajay, Nitraj, Saurabh Singh, Pranav. Hello, good evening guys. How are you? कैसे हो? ऋतिक, चाहत. So, oh, 192. Nice. Hello everyone. Good evening, Haris. Oh, all web devs are yes, sorry, Saurabh, you're right. All web developers, upcoming developers. I'm sorry. Soham, Yashi, Parth. So, guys, please don't spam the chat. We know that we have link is not working. Actually, our website is not working right now. So, please wait for like 20 30 minutes. We'll be going live our website by 10 15 minutes. Just use the attendance link down below. You can see the attendance link in description. Uh, so just mark your attendance there. Just don't spam that our website is not working. So please wait for some time. We will be going live. Our website will be live in like 10 15 minutes. So just please wait for some time and don't spam here. I'll update you in the chat and Saurabh sir also update you. So just wait for some time. And if you can see the website is live, just mark your attendance there. But till now, just mark your attendance in given below Google Form link given below in description. Check out the description. You can see the link there. So let me just introduce you to our HTML trainer, Saurabh sir. A lot of you guys might know him. He's a very good and energetic trader. One of my favorite trainers. I'm also learning a lot of front end from him. Hi, Saurabh sir.
Hi, Sandesh. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Let me just mute you somewhere. Your voice is going. Okay, wait. Okay. So I have some questions for you, Saurabh sir. So what we are going to learn actually in these 5 days of essential?
So, in this 5 days of essentials, we're going to be learning a lot of HTML and a lot of CSS for sure. We'll be learning how to design the website from scratch. We'll be learning what are the different tags we have. We'll be learning how to apply CSS onto HTML and basically how to create web designs, basically web page designs like Apple, like Flipkart, like how do they do it, how do they create it, all of that from scratch, all the basic technologies like flexboxing, like all the basic layouting techniques. That's all we're going to learn in the next 5 days. And we are also going to be making a project.
Okay, so you are saying after doing this essential, I'm able to, make a clone of Apple or something. Am I going to do that?
Yes, you can definitely, if you give that much time after learning all this, if you practice enough, you can easily make a clone of Flipkart. Not functional clone, because by using
Oh,
HTML and
yeah.
CSS, you can only design it. So you cannot make a functional clone, but you can easily make the design of any
Okay,
site.
guys. Then make sure to attend the session clearly. Make sure you understand everything, and make sure doing that attending after attending 5 days. Make sure to build a website which you can implement somewhere, or try to build a website of your own. Try to build something new from HTML CSS. So I am leaving you with our trainer Saurabh sir. So all the best for your 5 days, and I'll just leave. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you share my screen as well, Sandesh? Okay, thank you. And please make it full screen. Okay, that's great. Okay, then. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Surya, Mansoor, Manju, Gungun, Mani, Multibar, Pranav. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Girish, Shahat. Good evening, everyone. And first of all, I welcome you all to this day one of HTML and CSS Essentials. Okay, and I hope you can still recognize me. I am Saurabh Gupta, the trainer that took a lot of essentials previously as well. I hope you guys can recognize me. Please let me in the chat. Can you guys recognize me or not? Okay, just for fun. So good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. And okay, let me clear out one thing, that our site is down. Let's Upgrade site is down, so that one link will not work for some time. Okay, so don't worry, we have given an alternate attendance link in the description. You can see there is one more link written as mark your attendance here, and it's
Okay,
not the one link.
sorry,
Okay, tell
sir,
me,
to
Sandesh.
interrupt you, but we have good news right now. So you can mark your attendance through one link. So let me just give you a brief. Sorry to cut you down, sir. I thought you are
No
going in a
issues.
good
No
pace.
issues.
So just give me 5 minutes. I'll be completing in just 5 minutes. So let me just
Sure,
share you my
go ahead.
screen. Yeah. I think you can see my screen, right? Yeah. So just go here. Just go on the one link given description में दिया हुआ one link पे जाओ. You can see the one link right there in the description. You'll just see something like this. You will directly go to this link by you just click on this one link and you will be directly redirected to this page. After going to this page, just wait for some time, let it load, and you can see here your mark attendance toggle. So make sure to mark your attendance here only. Don't mark your attendance at the attendance form, because attendance form was a secondary option. If you don't if you are not able to fill the attendance form from our website, then the secondary option was attendance form. But now you can, as you can see, our website is going like it's working. So just mark your attendance here, go to the one link, mark your attendance, make sure to mark your attendance. After marking your attendance, you can see, just like mark my attendance. Yeah, so I have marked my attendance. If I refresh, you can see the progress bar is going 20%. So what is this progress bar? Let me just give you a brief about how to get your certificate. So how to get your certificate? Just you need to do that. Mark your 5 days of attendance, submit your assignments, and that's it. When you cross 50% of your progress, and as I told you, just mark your attendance for the to increase your progress. As you can see, I have marked my first day attendances, and this progress bar is already at 20%. Just mark your attendance and you can see the progress bar increasing. You need only 50% of progress bar completion to get your certificate, but the certificates are will be available after completing the program. So we will be finishing the program by, I think, 1 of September. Yeah, so after 1st September you will be able to download the certificate. The certificate is in collaboration with NSDC, which is National Skill Development Corporation, and ITM Group. So, and Google Developers Group, which is like a huge thing. You can use your certificate everywhere, on your resume, on your LinkedIn. And make sure, if you are downloading your certificate, to upload it on LinkedIn and tag us, so we can retag you and we can basically connect with you. Okay, everybody clear? Just give me yes or no. Saurabh sir is in the chat. Okay, nice. Good evening, good evening. I can't see the current chat. Okay, just give me a yes or no if I am clear with the attendance or progress bar. Yes or no? Just not opening the link. You can actually, I think the link is working, right? The link is working fine. Just don't panic me, please. I'm already in very. Yes, yes, yes. Can you explain it again? Okay, just I'll give you like two liners. दो line में बता दूंगा क्या है. You need to just cross the 50% of progress to get a certificate. You for To increase your progress bar, you just need to fill this attendance form right below here. You can see the attendance form here after we start day 2. After we start day 3, you can see that here also. On day 3 and day 4 we have assignments. Day 5 also we have assignment. The day 5 assignment is basically you need to perform the project that we have done on day 5. That's it. You don't have to do anything else to get certificate. You need 50 eloquence to unlock your certificate, but basically when you mark your attendance, you will get 10 eloquence ultimately on your account, directly to your account. So you don't have to worry about eloquence also. When you mark your attendance for 5 days, you will get 50 eloquence in your account directly. So that's clear. I think your attendance is clear, your reference, and if you want to refer, like if you want to refer your friends this program, because we are giving a lot of things in essential for free. So if you think your friend or your family member or your like sister, brother, anyone can upgrade their skills where Let's Upgrade, then just click on this share referral link, copy, wait, just copy this and paste it or share it where जहां पर भी करना है, just share that. And what is also, let me just give you a brief about refer and earn. When you refer someone our program, you will get like 70 LU coins. As you can see, this is my unique referral code. When you refer our program to someone else, you'll get 70 LU coins if he or she is new to Let's Upgrade family. And what will be the benefits of LU coins? So you can get when you climb up to like first or second or third position, we have a really exciting rewards, like you can get up to 500 of Amazon coupon if you are third. Scroll ho ja bhai. Okay, if you're at the first position, you'll get this you can you'll get a amount of क्या बोलते हैं amount of Amazon coupon that you can buy a watch. So that is what I'm saying. If you want to refer, just click on this. Where it is. Please forgive me, guys. I was okay. You can click on this and just copy all the referral links. Here are all the referral links for our upcoming programs. So you can just copy this and paste it where जहाँ भी डालना है, you can just paste that. And if you are interested in our FX program, please just click on this banner. It will just redirect you to our chat and uh, just send this, and we will get in touch with you. Okay, guys. Am I clear? I'll just leave. I think you guys are getting like real bored. Let me just yeah. Saurav sir, you can continue. I think I'll leave. Bye,
Okay.
guys. Bye,
Yes, thank
Saurav
you
sir.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, can you please share my screen here? Yeah, thank you. Okay, then. Okay, guys, so I'm back. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Neha, Gandra. Again, good evening, everyone. So, first of all, I welcome you all to this day one of HTML and CSS Essentials. So, this course is going to be of 5 days in which we're going to be learning a lot. I'm not going to say complete because the complete will take, I think, around a month to like understand the complete HTML and complete CSS because it's a time consuming process. But in the next 5 days, I'll make sure that you get enough skills that you can think of designing anything or you can actually design anything. Okay. So you'll be, if you attend the 5 days properly and practice enough, you can easily design anything like Flipkart or Amazon. Okay, completely. And we'll also be learning some basic animations as well. So good evening once again, and we are starting with something called as HTML and CSS essentials. So before we move ahead, guys, let me ask you, are you guys excited for this session? Everyone, please tell me. As you always know, right? If you guys have attended my previous essentials, you know that we always make a project and we make sure that the project is always cool and good looking, right? And I don't decide the project. I give you 4 to 5 options, and you guys are the one deciding which project we will make. So again, I'll give the poll tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you the poll, and you can decide what you guys want to make, and I'll make that for you. Okay. So guys, without using any more time, let's get started. And as we always do, my first question is, okay, what is HTML? This is for everyone. Now I know that some of you might be very new to HTML, CSS, or web. Some of you might be knowing a little bit of HTML and CSS. Whoever has attended my previous essentials, they might be definitely knowing what is HTML. So let me ask you this question, guys. According to you, what is HTML? Everyone, come on, tell me. Not only the full form, guys. Not only the full form. Explain me a little bit. What do you guys know about it? Come on, let me see how many good answers I get in the chat. I can see everyone is putting full form. Okay, fine. Yes, it is hypertext markup language. The full form is hypertext markup language. Explain me a little bit. Hypertext markup, right? Language. Perfect. Okay, don't mind my spelling, guys. I'm always bad at spelling. Okay, let me see. Okay, I can see this is a structure of any web page. Cool, correct. Web development used. Okay. Scripting language. No, it's not a scripting language. HTML is a backbone of website. You can say that. Why not? One of the backbones. HTML is a markup language used to create websites. Okay. It is a markup language used to structure a web page. Correct. It is used to create the static web pages. Correct. Why not? It is in hypertext markup language. It acts as a skeleton of the web page. Yes. So now I get it. All the answers are almost correct. It's not a framework, Ayush. It's not a framework, buddy. Okay, guys. So now I can see a lot of people are really giving good answers in the chat. So again, amazing that you guys know about it. So let's go and let's start it from scratch so that even if there is someone very, very new, they can understand what we are doing. And see, guys, now we are learning HTML and CSS. So there might be few topics that you already know. So don't worry about that because we're also going to be covering a lot of things that you might not know, but we have to go from that basics. So even if you know it, please enjoy it. Please let's learn. Let's learn. Okay. So let's go, guys. What is HTML? Okay. So HTML is nothing but language that helps you to create web pages and put content in it. That's it. That's the whole job. HTML is a language used to create web pages and put content in it. But now, as a new person, let's try to understand what exactly is a web page or what exactly is a content that we put on web page. So let's say we go on any site. Okay. For example, let's say I just go to apple.com, something like that. Right. So when you go on web and you open any site, the thing that you see here is what you call as a web page. This is what you call as a web page. Go on any site. Let's say I go to flipkart.com. This is a web page. I click on a particular link, a new page opens. So this is what you call as a web page, guys. On a browser, whatever you see, it is nothing but a web page. And yes, I know I always open Apple and Flipkart because that is the only, those are the only two sites always in my mind. Okay, so and easier to understand actually. So guys, whatever you see on the browser is a web page, definitely. And to create a web page, HTML language is used to create a web page. Now, creation of web page requires HTML, but what is there on the web page? Let me see that as well. Now, see all this stuff, guys. This button, this link, this logo, this image, this text, all of this image as well. Everything that you see on the web page is the content. And what exactly is it? It is nothing but text, images. Sometimes you also see music sites, right? When you go on Ghana.com or something like that, or you go on Amazon Music, there you can also see, you can also play audio. You go on sites like YouTube, you can also play video. So these are nothing but content. So when I talk about content, the content is nothing but either text or images or buttons that you click on sites, right? Or maybe input fields, right? You fill forms, right, everyone? You fill forms. Let's say forms. Go on some government websites or some Facebook or something like that, and you register yourself by filling a form and all that stuff. So that's also nothing but content of the web page. You might also know audio, video, etc., etc. These are all nothing but content of the website. So guys, HTML is nothing but a language that is used to create a web page and also put content on it. When I say content, that basically means this. Don't mind my spelling, guys. Don't mind my spellings. I always make mistakes in normal spellings. Okay. But that's fine, right? You can understand that. So that's good. So guys, that's it. That is what HTML is. Very simple. It is not a programming language because it has no logic. It is not a scripting language. It is a markup language. So for everyone, first of all, let me tell you, it is a markup language. Why only HTML, sir, not any other language? Because see, that's how they created it. When they created a, it's like, see, think of it like this. When you're born in a particular family, right? So whatever language that family is speaking, you'll ultimately start speaking that language. So no one can ask like, why are you not speaking this language and only speaking your family language? Because that's what you learned. That's how you got, that's how you got created. That's how you developed. So whenever someone developed the browser, they created a language so that web pages can be created on the browser, and they named that language HTML. But after that, there was no need of any other language. There was no competition for HTML, and that's why it is still there. There is no competition for HTML. At the end, HTML is the only language that can create a web page and put content on the browser. So if someone asks you, you can explain it like this. They are asking you why. That means give a proper reason. So you can give a proper reason. It can be your own opinion, right? So it's like that. So because first of all, there is no competition of HTML as of now. It is the only language used. You can compare it with some frameworks, but frameworks at the end also use HTML at the end. React, go for Angular, at the end they all generate HTML. Okay. So guys, First of all, HTML is not a programming language. It is not a scripting language. It is not a what do you say, query language. It's a markup language. Okay, so guys, sir, I miss you here. I miss it too, buddy. I hope it will grow in the next 1 month. Let's see. Okay, so let's go, guys. So the first thing that we confirmed is HTML is nothing but XML is also a markup language. So now that we're going to talk about that, like why HTML belongs to a category of markup language. So now see, guys, there are different categories of coding languages. Like programming is one category, scripting is another category, which is kind of similar to programming, right? Then you have query, which is one more what do you say category. Then you have markup. Depending on what the language does, they fall under a certain category. For example, C and C++, they can perform conditions, they can perform logic, they can perform calculations, they come under programming language, right? Then there is Python, JavaScript, they can also do all the same stuff, so they also come under scripting category. Now there is also a difference between programming and scripting that I'll definitely tell you afterwards. Okay, then there are languages like SQL, MQL, which come under query language, which works based on querying data. So depending on what a language does, it falls under a certain category. And HTML falls under a category called as markup language, because the main job of HTML is to create and hold content. Content like text, images, buttons, forms. Because HTML creates nothing but content, no logic, no calculation, only content like text, images, buttons, forms, audio, video, etc. That's why it falls under the category of markup language. Markup languages are also like always used for creating and holding content. Just like XML. XML is also a markup language. It is also nothing but a language that is used to hold content. It's not a programming language. At the end, you just store data in XML. HTML is like a little more on the upper hand because it holds the real time content, not only textual data, it holds some content that can be displayed on the browser. So that's why HTML was created. Is it clear, guys? Everyone got it? So HTML is nothing but a markup language. That means it is generally a language that is used to hold and create content. So HTML is nothing but a markup language that is used to create web pages and put content in it. And the content is not only textual, it is a little special content like text, images, button. But at the end, it's a content based language. That's why markup. That's why it comes under the category of markup, because at the end it's a content based language. Fine, the content is a little special, but at the end it's still a content based language. Okay, now then let's move ahead. Now you know that any coding language that we write, there is a certain formation, there is a certain way of writing it. So when you write programming language, there is a certain way of writing it. There are few things that you do. Like when you're in a programming language, you might always have a main function. Inside that you can write your code, you create classes, objects, all the other stuff. When you're in a query language, you might be connecting to a database server, you might be asking questions, all of that stuff. So there is also a way of writing markup language. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever kind of language you're using, there is a way of writing it. And markup languages are the easiest kind. Markup languages are the easiest kind of languages. Okay, so markup language is always written in tags. Always. That means, see, first of all, it's a language used for content creation and content holding. Correct? So markup languages always have tags. And in HTML, different tags define what kind of content you're going to create. So in HTML, there is a tag for everything. For example, first of all, let me show you how do we write a tag. We write it like this. That's how you write an opening tag, and then slash and the same tag. For example, P is a tag, so opening and closing it like this. So in HTML, there are a lot of different tags. P is one example. There are 20, 30, 40 different tags, and all the different tags do different thing. That's how it is created. We are not doing it, we are just using HTML. Someone has created HTML, and they have created so that it works like that, and we are only learning and using it. We are not creating HTML. Understand that point. So all the tags are inbuilt. We are not creating anything, we are just using the tags. So when I say I'm learning HTML, I basically have to learn what kind of different tags HTML language has, and which tag does what, and if I use this tag, what will happen? If I use this tag, which element will be created? So which tag I have to use to create an image, which tag I have to use to create a text, which tag I have to use to create a button, which tag I have to use to create an audio. That's what we need to learn. So HTML is always written in tags. That's how a tag opens, and that's how a tag closes. Is that clear, everyone, guys? And whatever content that tag is going to be holding, that content you put between the opening and the closing of that tag. That content, whatever content your tag is going to hold, that content you put in between the opening and closing. But not all the tags hold content. But don't worry, guys, that's what we are here to learn. How many tags are there, which tag does what, which tag is used for holding content, which tag is used for creation of content, which tag we're going to use for images. So right now, if you're thinking, oh no, how many tags will be there, how can I learn it, don't worry. Right now, you just have to understand one point, that is this. So if you have understood what is HTML, if you have understood what's going to do, if you have understood that it is written in tags, that's enough. Now, how many tags are there, which tag has content, which tag does not have content, that's right now we don't care about that, because we're going to be starting from scratch. So let's go. Okay, everyone, hope you understood the basics, guys. So now if anyone asks you in any interview what is HTML, you have to give a good answer like HTML is nothing but a markup language. That means it is written in tags, which is mainly used to create web pages and put content in it like images, audio, video. In HTML there is a tag for every kind of element. Okay, and now after whatever we're going to be learning, you can add some more points to that answer as well. So let's go. Now before we move ahead, I'm going to tell you which code editor we're going to use. First of all, guys, don't use Notepad for coding. Okay, because in Notepad everything is just black and white, and you cannot, nothing looks very good there, right? Everything is just black and white. If you have thousands of lines of code, it will be tough for you to understand. So always use a code editor for coding. And again, I'm not forcing you to use any editor. You can use any editor you want if you know it. If you have Sublime, Brackets, Atom, PHP Storm, WebStorm, whatever you have, use it. Completely fine. For HTML, at least, completely fine. Just don't use Notepad. Notepad plus plus is also fine. And for all the new people, I would suggest you to use this editor, which is quite famous right now in the world. That is VS Code. So just search for VS Code download, everyone, and go on this first link. Okay, so it's also a code editor provided by Microsoft, and it's quite a gem of editor. It's amazing actually, because I have also used a lot of editors, but this is one I like a lot. So just go here. Now, depending on your system, download any one of it. Mine is Windows 11, so I can just click on this button and it will start downloading. Okay, if you have Linux, you can go for your, if you have Ubuntu, basically depending on your distribution of your Linux OS, you can go for anything. If you have Mac, just go here, and the installation is just like how you install normal software. Okay, I hope everyone knows how to install normal software. So just like that, double click, agree to everything. It's completely fine in the start, and just install it. So for me, I'll just click on this button. But as I already have it, I'm simply going to cancel it. Okay, just download it. See, you can see it's a exe file. Just double click, next, 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 and install. And once you've installed it in your PC, let me close it actually. Let me just search it for you as well. Just go ahead and search for VS Code, or just write VS and will come here. One more thing, a lot of people make this mistake in the start. Don't download Visual Studio. Just search for VS Code. Mention that code, because VS only means Visual Studio and it's a different software. It's a different, very, very big IDE. Don't download that. We need VS Code. Okay, not VS. So it should look like this, a blue icon. That's all. The site should look like that, whatever I showed you. And here we go. Open it. And initially it will look like this. We don't need to worry about this page right now, and that's gone. Okay, now then, let's go and let's create a new folder in which our, like, all the code that we're going to be doing will be stored, and at the end it will be shared to you. Start main everyone knows this. No, Arnab, it's not like that, right? There are 600 people watching. Even if there is one person who doesn't know it, then it's a problem, right? So everyone should know it, so it's fine. We can spend 5 minutes to get all the basics correct, right? So let's go. New folder and let's put HTML CSS hyphen ESS. That's it. And now let's go in our VS Code and let's open this folder. So for that, guys, just go and put file, open folder, and just go on your desktop wherever you have stored it. I'm opening this one, and here we go. So now, guys, that folder is opened here, and now we can go ahead and start creating our files. Now, see, we know that at the end, everything in your computer is file. So even your web page is going to be a file. So your coding file is also a simple file. So let's see how to start writing HTML code and how to create a file. So for that, just click on this first icon, name it anything you like. So let me just use first. And then don't forget to mention extension, because extension is how the computer understands which kind of file it is and how to treat it. So to make sure that the computer understands that the file that you're creating is a web page, it's a HTML page, I have to treat it like a web page. The extension should be .html. .html is also fine, because .html and .html both are considered as HTML files. But normally I always go for HTML. So let's go. And that's it. You have created your first HTML file. Now, guys, understand, a lot of people are always confused in this. I'm talking about the new people, okay? Because I was also one of you guys at some point of time. So first of all, the file that you have created here, the HTML file, is your coding file, and also this is your web page. If you open this file in VS Code, you can see the code. If you open the same file in the browser, you can see the web page. HTML file is the only thing. It's your coding file as well as your web page. A lot of people sometimes think that they're coding in a separate file and the output is a separate file. Don't think like that. Your first.html, this file here, it is the coding file as well as it is also your web page. It's just how you open it. If you open it in a notepad, in a VS Code, you can see the coding part of that web page. If you open it in a browser will display the content. It will convert the tag into the real content. Okay, so don't forget that. And for all the people asking how to create the file again, just see this icon here, this icon, just click on that and name it anything. So let me just call it second.html, and that's it. That's all. Okay, so let's go, guys. Let's go. Let me just put it like this and let's start. So now let's start with the tags. Now, guys, again, just like every other language, here we also have to start with some basic tags. Okay, so let's write down some basic tags that make a HTML page a HTML page. Okay, so let's go. Anand Goel kids course. Yeah, why not, buddy? Kids course. Yes, it's for everyone. Come back on the 5th day, then we'll see how good it is going. Don't worry. Let's go, guys. So now the first tag that you always need here is a HTML tag. Always. This should be always your first tag. Okay. Now inside this, there are two necessary tags called as head. And after that, you also have a body tag. And inside your head, you're going to be having a title tag. And that's how a basic HTML document looks like. This should be always there. No matter which HTML page you're creating, doesn't matter. This should be always there. Now, let me tell you what is the importance of this. Okay. So first of all, guys, HTML basically says that, okay, fine, this is a HTML document. That is the root element. HTML is the root element. Now, see, guys, come on, think of it like this. Everyone, think of it like this. If you think here, HTML is covering the head and body, right? And this head and body are inside HTML. And this title is inside the head. Whatever tag is covering something, that tag is considered as a parent tag. And whatever is inside is considered as a child tag. So in this case, head and body are child of HTML. Title is a child of head. And head and body are child of HTML tag. That's why I can also consider them as siblings, brothers or sisters. So you can also think of it like that. That's how we talk. So this is one term that you should be familiar with. That's how we talk in here. So whatever tag is the enclosing tag, the upper tag is considered as parent, and whatever is inside is considered as child. And whatever is again inside is again the child of that particular respective parent. So that's how we talk here. Never forget that. So HTML should be the parent of everything. That's why we also call it as root element. So a lot of time people ask this in interview, what is the root element in HTML? Okay, so HTML is your root tag or root element, and inside that head and body. Now, what is the significance of head and body? Let's also talk about that. What is, if you know? Okay, no issues. Let's go, guys. Now, see, everyone, your document is always divided into two parts. One is head and one is body. Now, let me define it. Head is a section that doesn't produce any output. Head is a section that doesn't produce any output. Whatever tags that are going to create content, you never put them in head. Head is used as a metadata area or as the informational area of the document. Head tag is always going to be used for storing information about this page, like what is the size of this page, what is the language of this page, what are the links this page is having, all that stuff. So head is always used for the storing the extra information about this page, the size, the metadata, the links, anything, the keywords, all that stuff is put in heads. And the tags that you put in head, they never produce any content. You can never see whatever is inside head. So the real area that we want to talk about here is the body area. This is what actually produces the output. So whatever tags you put in the body area, they produce content like images, tags, different text, audio, video. All of that will be putting in a body. So an HTML document is divided in two parts, head and body. Head is simply for storing the extra information about the page, like title is an extra information, and body is simply for creating the actual content. Okay, so first of all, guys, let's run this page. So always don't forget, whenever you do some changes in the code, save it. Now let's run it in one way. Right click on your web page, copy the path. Again, see guys, right click on the web page, copy the path, go in your browser, any browser is fine. I would suggest Chrome, but any browser is fine, and paste that path there. And that's it. You can see here, everyone, a beautiful looking white page. Don't worry about this icon, it's coming from my cache. It should not be like this. So it should be, let me open it in incognito mode so that that icon doesn't load. Ah, it's still loading. It is stored somewhere in my browser cache, I think. Maybe can also open in some other browser. Let me just open that for you as well, because I want to show you how it will look like. See, so no icon here on top. See, no icon here. Normally, if you go on google.com, okay, see there's a Google icon here, but our page is having no icon. In Chrome, I'm getting icon because of my some browser cache. I have to delete that, and this icon will go away because in some other page I have added some icon. That's why I'm getting it. But in your site, you'll not get any icon. So understand, guys, this white area that you see here is what your body is all about. Okay, so anything that you write in body, any tag that you create in body, all of them will go in this white area because this is your body area, and head area is simply used as an extra information about the web page. Never forget that. Now I can see a lot of people asking me about the doc type HTML, so let's talk about that as well. Now when you only write this much, this is a HTML4 document. It will not support all the new features of HTML5. So guys, the current feature of HTML language, the current, what do you say, version of HTML language that is going on around in the world is HTML5. So if you only write this much, it will only, browser will think that it's a HTML4 document and it will treat it like that. So some features may get blocked. That's why on the top here, you have to mention one more tag called as doc type HTML, which simply tells the browser that this is a HTML5 document. That's all. That's the job of this doc type HTML, to tell the browser it's a HTML5 document, and it's very important if you're working with HTML5. So never forget that as well. Okay, HTML5. That's all, guys. So that's how a basic document looks like. Now let me close the Mozilla one. Now then, let's talk about this title tag. You see this, right? On Flipkart, you can see here it's written monitors by computer. On Apple, here it is written Apple. But in our page, it's written first.html. That means by default, in the tab, it's written your file name, first.html. If you want to change it, that thing is handled by a tag. In HTML, everything is handled by a tag. So that thing here, that's text, is handled by the title tag. If you want to change this content, just go in your title tag and put whatever you'd like. For example, Awesome. Something like that. Save it. Again, guys, you don't have to, once you've opened it in a browser, you don't have to open it again. Just save the file. Control S is the shortcut. Just save the file, go in your browser and refresh. And you can see now here it is awesome. And don't worry, I'll also show you how to change this icon. Don't worry about that. So, guys, that's it. That's how you change the title. And don't worry, we're also going to talk about some more things in future. But for now, let's go ahead and let's talk about the body area. Okay, and let's see some stuff. Everyone, ready? Let's go ahead. So let's talk about some tags. Now, as I said, in HTML, to do anything, you need a tag. Okay, so the first set of tags that we are going to be learning today is going to be heading tags. Okay, so you have to write like this: H1. It is one of the biggest heading tags. It simply creates a bold and bigger text. That's the whole job of heading tag. So if I write let's upgrade here, you will see it is displayed in the body area now. See that? Something that is displayed in the body area, and it's bold and big. And just like that, you have 6 heading tags which start from H1, H2, H3, and just like that go till H6. And all of them are a little smaller than the previous one. That's it. Guys, that's the whole job. Now, these are very old tags. Nowadays, a lot of people don't use them for this purpose because now we also have CSS. And tomorrow, guys, we are going to talk about CSS. So please don't miss tomorrow's session. Today is very basic. I know a lot of people know HTML. So for everyone, this will be a little basic because no matter if you're in IT field, you have definitely learned some HTML sometime. So I know it's basic, but it's important to cover this. So for all the people who are finding it very basic, don't worry. Tomorrow we're going to be starting with CSS, and that's where the real magic starts. But again, this is very important, so we have to cover it, even though it's very basic. Okay, so just like that, guys, you have till H6. Let me put all of them: H3, H3, H4, H4, and you'll see all of them are a little smaller than the previous one. And in the initial days, to work with different kind of fonts, to work with different kind of font sizes, text sizes, we had to use heading tags. Nowadays, we don't need it because we have CSS. We can use CSS to do all of this. But still, so guys, clear with the heading tags, everyone? Heading tags are nothing but tags that are used for text formation. These kind of tags which work on text are called as text formatting tags. These kind of tags which work with text or for text, they are called as text formatting tags. So H1 is a text formatting tag. Just like that, there is one more text formatting tag. So let me talk about that as well. And for now, guys, I need some dummy content. So let me search for like someone like Dale Steyn maybe, and let me just get some textual content from somewhere. Where is Wikipedia? Where is Wikipedia? Yeah, let's take some textual content like this much will be enough. Now let's put it here, guys. Please focus, everyone. Let's put it here. I can see it's a very big text. Okay. Sorry, wrong page. And here you go. You can see it is getting displayed like this. Fine, good enough. I like it. Now let's say I want to put one more paragraph like that. So I give some spaces and I put it again. And let's see now how it is going. Now you can see I have put 2 different paragraphs here, 2 different big text here. In here, it is not looking like 2 different tags, 2 different areas. It is going like the same continuation. Even if I have given so much space between the first paragraph and the second paragraph, but you can see here it is not treating it like a paragraph. So by default, your browser doesn't treat your text like a paragraph. So if you want that, you have to use a tag. So there is also a tag for putting something like a paragraph, and the tag name is what you call as P, which stands for paragraph. If you put H7, it will display in H6. No, invalid username. H7 is nothing. It will display it normally. Like it's nothing because H7 is not even a tag. So if something is not a tag, it will do nothing. So now, guys, I can just take this content and put it inside this P tag. And just like that, I can also have one more P tag. And you'll see now what's happening here. Now these things are getting treated like 2 different paragraphs. See that? There's a proper space. I know BR is also an option, but BR is not a paragraph. BR is basically line break. So we forcefully break a line. But if you want to treat something like a paragraph, you have to use a P tag. Is it clear, guys? So P is also a text formatting tag because it is also working with text. Is it cleared, everyone? Hopefully, it is cleared. Okay. Now, before we move ahead, I also want to talk about few more stuff. Okay, few more things. That is, I'm going to talk about something called as attributes in HTML. One of the very, very important things to learn in HTML. So, guys, what exactly is attribute in HTML? So now think, everyone, listen to me first. An attribute in HTML is nothing but property of a tag. That's it. An attribute in HTML is nothing but property of a tag. Okay. So your tags also have properties, and those properties are called as attributes. But what is the use of it? So sometimes some tags work without any properties or attributes. Like for example, P, you can see no attributes. Your heading tags, no attributes, and they are still working. So some tags perfectly work without attributes. Sometimes some tags don't work without attributes. So they have some mandatory attributes that you have to use. And there are some tags which work without attributes, but in some cases, some attributes may help enhance their work. So attributes are nothing but what? Properties of tags, which sometimes enhance the feature of the tag, sometimes are mandatory. That's it. Attributes are nothing but properties of a tag, which sometimes enhance the features of a tag or sometimes are mandatory. That means you have to use it. Okay. How do we write attribute? It's very simple. Attributes are always written in the opening tag. Always written in the opening tag after the name of the tag. So attribute equals to whatever value that attribute has. And some tags might also have multiple attributes. So for that, just give a space and put one more attribute and its value. And just like that, n number of attributes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 attributes if it has. One more thing, guys. Not every attribute can apply to every tag. So we also have to learn that. Which attribute can be applied where, which attribute can be applied, cannot be applied at some place. So we also have to learn that. So again, guys, attributes are nothing but properties of tag which may enhance the feature of a tag. That means that tag is already doing something, but this attribute is helping it to do some more stuff. Or sometimes they are mandatory. We cannot work without that attribute. Okay, and it's always written in the opening tag just after the tag name. Okay, so now guys, let's move ahead and let's talk about some tag that requires the attribute. For example, now let's talk about this. I want to put image on my web page. I want to put an image on my web page. How am I going to work? So for that, guys, again, in HTML, whatever you want to do, there is a tag. We know that. For that, the tag name is img. But img tag cannot work without an attribute. There is a mandatory attribute. So again, here comes it, a mandatory attribute. And the attribute name is src, which stands for source. And here now, you can pass the file that you want to display as an image. So guys, example of one tag which cannot work without the attribute. This is a mandatory attribute in image tag. This is a mandatory attribute. Without it, it will not work. So let me show you. Let's download an image that we want to display. So let's go and let's search for Thor as we always do. Okay. Let's take any image, like for example, this one. Right click. Let me save it. So save image as in my folder, in the same folder. Desktop, HTML, CSS, ESS. I'm naming it Thor-img and save. Now you can see in my folder, I also have that image. Okay, and now in the SRC, you just have to pass the path of that image. So just pass Thor-img.webp. That is the image. And now you'll see the image is in your web page. Simple. That's how easy it is to put image in your site. Just use the image tag. And src, guys, is a mandatory attribute. Without it, image tag cannot work. But it also has some optional attributes. Right now the image is coming in its own form. You can also change the size of this image by using some optional attribute that image tag provides called as height. So I can have height 300 pixels. See that? Here we go. I can decrease the height. I can also increase the height and width. So height and width are two optional attributes. Okay. I normally work either with height or width, because if I work with height and width both, the problem is if I don't know the ratio, then see what will happen with my image. See, it crumbles. So only if you know the ratio, use height and width. Otherwise, simply use height, the width will be adjusted by the browser, or simply use width, the height will be adjusted by the browser. Okay. And there is also one more attribute in image tag that is a mandatory attribute, which doesn't give you any output related issues, but according to the council W3C, which basically, what do you say, is an authority which keeps track of updates and everything about HTML, CSS, and JS. So they mention that there is one attribute that you must put in an image tag, that is alt, which basically stands for alternate. Okay. And you can put anything here like Thor. Now, normally see, output wise, it displays nothing. So what is the use of this? So sometimes you might have seen, right, guys? Sometimes due to some internet issues or some browser issues, image doesn't load. And when the image doesn't load, you get a simple green icon, cut icon. And you can see that there is an image problem. But at the side of that cut icon, you can also read some text. That comes from the alt. Alt basically is alternate. If for some reason your image doesn't load, I am going to be displaying this, so that at least the user can easily understand. Is that clear to everyone? What was there? And also, when SEO is performed, when you search, like for example, see, I search Thor on Google. How does Google know to go on all the sites and understand that this is a Thor image? Because these are the images. These images Google doesn't have it. These images are coming from all different sites. For example, it is coming from insider.com. This is coming from cinemablend.com. This is coming from polygon.com. This is coming from the atlantic.com. Every other image is coming from some other site. That means Google is going on those sites and getting Thor images for you. How does Google know that it's a Thor image? Google bots also read the alt to understand which kind of image it is. So you should always put proper description about the image in the alt, so that your website is also search engine friendly and your images also go on Google. So that's why alt is important. So it's also a mandatory tag. Is it clear to everyone? And one more thing, guys, as you can see, like p tag or like heading tag, image tag is not having any content. That is why it is also not having any closing tag like /img. And tags like these are called as empty tags or self-closing tags. You don't need to close them like this. You don't have to close them like this. No need to close them like this, because it is never going to have any content between it. So the tags which are never going to have any content between it, those are called as empty tags. An image is one example of empty tag, or you can also call it as self-closing tags. And also, no need to close it. In the current HTML specification, no need to close it. It's a self-closing tag. You don't have to worry about closing it by putting a slash at the end. Just leave it. It's completely fine. It's a exactly void element, empty element, completely fine. Is it clear? Can you explain alt? Yes, Suresh, definitely. See, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, right now, I'll remove the alt. Now focus, guys. For everyone who is not understanding alt, let me change my browser settings. Wait. So settings. Uh, where is that? Customize your Chrome. They have changed this or what? Why can't I see all my other stuff? Appearance. Where is that? Content, right? I think it's content settings. Where is it, guys? I think they have changed a lot of stuff here. I want to see the content settings, page zoom, custom fonts. Show me. There was one setting here. I don't know why they have changed everything. Okay, let me just search here. Image. Yep. Site settings. Okay. Yep. Now here. Yep. See now. I got it. So now see. Can you see this, Suresh? Can you see this? This cut image. Can you see this? So let's say for some reason my image is not getting displayed. See that this. See this. You get this. But now the user is also completely, he's having no idea. The user is also not having any idea what kind of image was here. So in that case, I can put an alt. So for some reason, if the image doesn't load, at least the description of that image is there. Thor image. So that user can easily understand, okay, fine, it's a Thor image. It's not loading, but it's a Thor image, right? So that's why it is important. Now let me also turn my settings back to normal. Yeah, back to normal. And that's it. I got my image back. I hope it is cleared, everyone. I really, really hope it is cleared. Again, some tags don't have any content between them, and those kind of tags are called as empty tags. So image is one example of empty tags. And in this, guys, height is the optional tag. SRC is a mandatory tag because that tag will not work without SRC. So I hope you understood, right, what is an attribute. So SRC, height, alt, all of them are attributes. Okay. Now then, let's learn one more thing for today. That is how to put audio and video in your page. Should we go ahead, guys? Everyone, easy stuff, audio and video. Let's go. But for that, I need to download some audio and video. From where can I download a song? So let me download a song, guys. Any song, like for example, do I have any songs in my PC? I don't have any songs in my PC. So let me just search for one of my favorite songs. Or can I directly download it from YouTube? Something like that. Will this download work? Because these sites have a lot of download links, and if I click on it, it will take me to some different site. Let me just check this. Can I download it from here, say from net directly as an MP3? Is that possible? Let's do it. Let's search it on YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Take this link here. Okay. Do I get MP3 here? Nope, I don't get MP3 here. I have to download it from somewhere else only. Pagal World is a site, right? Let me just try that. Hopefully, I'll get it. Download. Okay, finally. Yeah, got it, guys. Easy. Here we go. Let's also put this in that folder on our desktop. Wait, the tab was closed. So sorry for that. So let's also go on desktop. Store that file here. Where is it? Put it. Here we go. Let's rename it with someone else, like just bad liar is enough. I don't need that pagal world. Okay, that's cool. Now, guys, let's go ahead and let's see how to play this audio that we have in our web page. Let's go. So for that, guys, again, one more tag. As I said, in HTML, for everything, there's a tag. So again, there's a tag called as audio. And inside this audio tag, you have to go in and you have to put src. Sorry, not src. There's one more tag called as source. And again, it's an empty tag. That means no need to close it with /source. No need to put a slash at the end. It's completely fine. This source. And then put src. And again, same thing. This file path of your song. So bad hyphen liar dot mp3. Now let's see if it is working. So guys, again, see audio tag, and inside audio tag, a source tag, and src badliar.mp3, whatever song it is, it's perfectly fine for your path. Let's see if it is working. First of all, let's see. Can I see it? No, I cannot see anything. Why? Because you cannot see the audio, right? So for that, you need to see the controls, play, pause button, seek bar, and all that stuff. So for that, just go in the audio tag, and there's an attribute called as controls. Now, guys, just like empty tags, you also have empty attributes. Controls is one of it. You don't need to put any value for it. Just pass controls, empty attribute. No need to put any value for it. You can also put a value, but no need, just controls. Can we add our custom? Yes, definitely. For that, we need JavaScript, Suraj. By using JavaScript, we can make our custom controls, definitely. Now, guys, let's go. And can you see that, everyone? We have got a simple control system, a simple dashboard of audio, a play and pause button, a seek bar, a proper timer, a mute button and volume handler, and also playback speed. So if I click on it, it's playing. I know you cannot hear it because it's in my headphone right now, but trust me, it's playing. You can check it after that. You can check it afterwards when you make the site. I can move it, all that stuff. Is it clear, everyone? That's how simple you can put audio here. Automatic play. For the automatic play, first of all, your browser needs to have that setting. Okay, your browser needs to have that settings. A lot of browsers are nowadays blocking by default autoplay of audio and video because it's a bad thing, right? Let's say some people put some bad audio in some site. You open that site and audio starts playing. Will it be good? No. So you have to put that setting. You have to ask for permissions. So I'm not doing that setting right now, but if you ever want to do the autoplay, there's an attribute for it called as autoplay. This attribute will work. That's it. Autoplay. And if you ever want this, like for example, audio plays, it ends, and you want it to start again continuously, just put one more attribute called as loop. So autoplay won't work right now because I don't have that setting. But let me show you loop at least. Now see, let me end it. It has ended now. Now you'll see it automatically plays again. See 419, 20, 21, 22, and again starts. So that's what loop is. Exactly, Suraj, just like Facebook. Exactly. All the sites by default don't play the audio nowadays because it can be anything, right? So autoplay option is there for you. So guys, that's how you put a simple audio on your site. But now, one thing that you might be thinking of is why do we need it like this? A source separately. There is only one attribute to source. Why am I writing source separately? Can't I just write it like this of using a source tag? Is this possible? Let me show you. Completely possible. But then now you must ask, sir, if this is possible, why are we writing it like this? Why are we not writing SRC in audio and writing SRC in source? Why are we doing it? Why? Now, guys, understand. In some devices or in some browsers, that particular format of the audio may not be supported, right? May not be supported. So in that case, guys, what you can do is you can put different formats of the same audio. For example, let's say Chrome doesn't support MP3. For example, it supports it. Okay. So for example, for some case, Chrome doesn't support MP3, right? Chrome supports, let's say, MP8. So you can have the same file, one more version of that file with MP8 extension, and you can put here. So now, when this audio loads, if this file is supported, play it. If this file is not supported, try the next file. If that is also not supported, try the next file. You can put as many sources as you want, and you can be covering all the different formats. So if at some point of time some device or some browser doesn't support one kind of the audio, the other will play, but only one will play, whatever is supported. So that's why you have source, so you can put it separately. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, I was just giving example. I don't know if there is something called as MP8. Just giving example. Okay, is that cleared, everyone? Guys, simple, hopefully. So if you want, you can also put this SRC in your audio, completely fine. But in that case, it will only give you play, like it will only support one file. If you want to support multiple files, In that case, just put source separately. So why audio is not hearing if we want to hear it, special tag? No, you can hear it. You cannot hear it from my, because in my audio settings, it's audio and video, everything is in my this right headphone. That's why you guys cannot hear it. I have to connect my PC to speakers, and I have to change my output from headphone to speakers so that you can see it, like listen to it. And it's also the streaming software. It doesn't have this setting actually. It doesn't have that setting. Okay. So guys, let's go. Let's talk about one last thing for today: how to play a video in your site. So let's go. And just like audio, you also have a video tag. Same, exactly same. Because guys, there is only one difference between audio and video. That is basically what? Audio is only you can listen to it, video you can see it, but at the end, video also has audio. So the tag is kind of similar. Okay, but for that, first of all, we need a video. So let's download bad liar video only. Let me just go on save from net, put this. Okay, let me download this mp4. Yep, here we go. It started downloading. Just give me a minute, guys. It is 23 MB. I don't know why it's so slow. Maybe because my YouTube and all this streaming software is using the internet. That is why. So let's wait. Almost done. Almost done. I'll show you, Chetan. Don't worry. I'll show you how to put that download option as well. Don't worry. I'll show you how to put the download option. I'll show you how to change these icons here. I'll show you guys everything. Don't worry about that. What is the use of SRC? SRC is the source. That's the attribute in which you mention the path. Again, let me just put this in that folder. Take it from here, put it on desktop. Change the name to, let's say, bad liar BLV, bad liar video, something like that. Okay. Multiple audio. For that, you have to use multiple audio tags then. See, if you want to use different audios, guys, you have to use different audio tags. Right? This source is for if one audio format, like let's say you have badliar.mp3. Now that badliar.mp3 is not supported by Mozilla. So if you open this site in Mozilla, this source is not supported. Let's say Mozilla supports MP8. So for that, you can put one more source of the same audio. But if you want to put different audios, you have to use different audio tags. 3 audio tags for 3 different audios, right? Guys, are you getting it? Everyone getting it? And yes, this source is a tag, and this SRC is also, it also stands for source, but it's an attribute. So yeah, that's why I called it source, because SRC also stands for source. Is that cleared? Okay. Now guys, let's talk about video. So now I've got the video blv.mp4. So again, same thing. Source, same stuff. SRC, which also stands for source. So you cannot do anything about it. And then simply the file path. So blv.mp4. And let's see, can we see something right now? Let's see. Again, the same stuff, a black frame, nothing else. Now guys, since it's a video, it is having a frame, you can also change its height and width. So I can just go here and put height 300 pixels. So video tag also has a optional attribute called as height. And here we go, I made it small. But again guys, just like audio, to play this video, you need controls, right? So controls, and now you can see, here we go. See that, everyone? Starts playing. You have all the options: mute, full screen, playback speed, picture in picture also, so that you can go to some other side, you can still see it in the side. So all these options are there. So that's how your video tag works. You can also put any video. And just like that, guys, let's say in some case, again, MP4, this bad liars video MP4 is not supported in some browser, you can put another version of the same video in a different source. But if you want to put a different video altogether, you have to use a different video tag. Is that clear? Sir, why we are using controls? Because if you don't use controls, Kavi, you cannot see those controls. That is what you call as controls. That play button, pause button, mute, all of that. That's what the control does, Kavi. Without that controls, you cannot see all the controls. Now, how can I put it? You cannot see all that buttons, right? Play, pause, and all that stuff. You cannot see all of them. You cannot use all of them. Only after the controls, those things appear. See, is it cleared? Believer song is your favorite? I like almost all of them. From Coldplay, from Imagine Dragons, I like all of them. So I listen to everything. Yes, Utpal. Yes. Okay. Can we design control in CSS? We can design our own controls and we can apply CSS on them, but we have to make those control works using JavaScript. So yes, what your question is Pratik, it's possible. Yes, we can design our own controls using CSS, but to make them work, we have to use JavaScript. Okay. So guys, that's it for today, everyone. So today we started with HTML. Okay, we started with very basic. I hope everyone understood. And see, guys, this is not all HTML, but now at least you have the Kickstarter. Okay, so tomorrow we'll talk a little more about HTML and then we'll go ahead and start talking about CSS because that's the very, very important thing that we want to learn. So how can we add forward and backward video in web page? We have to create it today. We have to create it. It's a custom stuff. Video tag or audio tag don't provide that stuff. So we have to create it. Okay. So, guys, I really, really hope that you guys are cleared with all the stuff that we learned today, right? From basic HTML to how to put an image, to how to put an audio, to how to put a video. Don't worry, that download and how to put icon in here, I'm going to show it tomorrow. Don't worry. A download, how to perform download on audio and video, and how to change this icon, all of that will be shown to you tomorrow. So, don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay, sir. I think am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Sandesh.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Just can you tell me how was your experience? How was your first day of HTML CSS Essentials experience? No, guys. Brilliant teachers. सर की तारीफ हो रही है पूरी चैट में. Nice, nice. So super great. Oh, I think you are going to enjoy our next 4 days and stick here. Make sure to come like attend your every day so you can get a crisp, clear basics. Now you can get like you can build your own website, responsive website. To be clear, you are going to build a responsive website at a day 5 as a project. So make sure to attend all the 5 days. And let me just tell you about our full stack program, or just let me share my screen. So, Saurabh sir, can you just tell us something about our full stack programs? And
Yes, yes,
till
yes,
then, let me just share my screen.
yes. So, guys, as you know that this is only a 5-day course of HTML and CSS, but as I mentioned in the start only, that HTML CSS cannot be completed completely, fully in only 5 days. In 5 days, we can learn a lot of basics. In 5 days, we can start creating web pages, really good looking web pages. But if you want to master it, like for example, you want to become a really great front end developer, right? You want to create any kind of site, any kind of design, like very fast and perfectly. You can also join our full stack web development course where we teach everything from front end to back end. So in that course, you'll have HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Node, React, any database like MongoDB, all of that stuff. So that basically once you learn all that stuff, you are literally ready to create anything. When I say anything, that basically means anything. Your own Instagram with design, with database, with backend, all the functionalities working. You are ready to create anything like Netflix. You are ready to create anything of your own. And job is always there. If you can create something like Netflix and Instagram, job is not a big deal for you, right? So it's a 6 months course. If you're interested, you can just go ahead on letsupgrade.in and check out our full stack web development program where I'll be teaching you everything from scratch like HTML and CSS till the very end, where we make, first of all, we make around 15 plus projects in that 6 months course. But also in that course, we also have a lot of clones like Instagram clone and Netflix clone. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go ahead and check it out because that whole course has complete live learning. That means every session that I'm going to be taking is going to be live for you. You also have one-on-one mentoring session. So at any point of time, you can just schedule a mentoring session with any of the trainers that we have, and you can talk to him or her live and ask your doubts, anything about like your assignments, your projects, all this stuff. Okay, so those are some highlights of that.
It
Okay, and
seems like we are packing a lot of things right now. बहुत कुछ है हमारे पास 6 महीने में. By the way, thank you Aish for your super chat and someone is asking for fee. So let me just give you, मतलब मैं पूरा amount नहीं बता सकता, but it is like less than, बहुत सस्ता है यार. मे बी अ लॉट ऑफ यू गाइस हैव, आपके फोन से भी सस्ता है. लेट मी जस्ट गिव यू अ ब्रीफ कि आपके फोन से भी सस्ता है. लॉट ऑफ यू गाइस आर लाइक यूजिंग वन प्लस और आईफोन तो यू गेट राइट 3 और 4 कोर्सेस मिल जाएंगे आईफोन में. So just keep in mind, if you want to like upgrade yourself, just try our courses. There is a link in description, so you can try our full stack development course, or you can try out the data science course. But I'll suggest, and just let me correct if I'm wrong, Saurabh sir. If you are a working professional, then go for the data science course. And if you're a student and want to build like a super website, or you want to do crazy things with websites, then you should go for web development. Yeah, am I right, sir?
yes,
Maybe not
yes, yes.
this, sir. Because
No, even
let
the
me tell
working
you,
professionals can go for web development course. It depends on
yeah,
where they are working. So if you're
huh,
already working in data science, if you want to learn web development, you can go for web development course. And if you're already a web developer, then you can go for data science course
data
as well.
science course.
So it depends like that.
Okay, I was actually a student of web develop अपना data science का course, so मैंने भी enroll करके रखा. देख लो. ओके सर, बाय. बाय द वे, हैव अ नाइस डे चैट. बहुत अच्छी चैट थी 2-3 लोगों को छोड़ के, तो जस्ट इग्नोर देम. आज चैट में बहुत सारे कुछ तो हो रहा था. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर गाइस, यू मतलब कुछ चैट में डाल रहे हो तो मेक श्योर यू आर लाइक पुटिंग समथिंग गुड. मतलब कुछ भी मत डाल देना. ओके, जस्ट कीप द चैट क्लीन सो वी कैन फोकस ऑन आवर लर्निंग्स. नहीं तो हम भटक जाते हैं इधर उधर. चलो, ओके, बाय. बाय गाइस, बाय सर, हैव
Okay,
नाइस
bye
डे.
bye everyone. Bye bye
मेक श्योर
guys. See
टू,
you tomorrow. Okay,
या मेक
please
श्योर.
make sure that you all of you are there tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll be starting with CSS. As I say, third day is very important, but second day is also very important because it's the starting of the third day. So I hope to see all of you tomorrow. I hope you guys will be there. Let me in the chat if you guys will be there or not. And before moving ahead, before getting out of the video, make sure that you like the video. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe the channel so that like we can also grow and reach to more people and make a lot of people learn. So thank you so much, guys. Bye bye everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye
Bye
bye.
everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Chalo, bye.